versus my boy, Joe Gold, with the top 16 deck. How'd it go?
It was pretty good. Honestly, I don't really know what to say. I could have done better, but the dice were not with me.
You did better than that moron over there.
I did. He didn't want to put Fiendsmith cards in his deck for some reason.
Yeah. No, deck 6 played Maliss, right?
Yeah, played Fiendsmith Maliss. I just thought it was the best version. Just it gives you more like ways to play under Lancia. Makes your ceiling higher. Yeah, I mean, Engraver's just broken. It's like the best card in the game right now. I kept telling everyone I couldn't imagine showing up to this YCS without Engraver in my deck, and I showed up with Engraver in my deck. So.
Engraver's insane.
Yeah.
I think you're the only one of the guys that didn't play pure Maliss, like that played.
From like the team. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
there's only one other Fiendsmith Maliss in Top Cut, I believe.
Well, it obviously did well, so let's check it out.
Yeah. And the lovely prizing too. I got the sleeves, some packs.
Hey, step in the right direction.
Yeah. So, Mouse cards, obviously, 3 Dormouse. She's the best starter. 3 White Rabbit. She's okay. You don't really want to open this one that much. I usually side 2 of them out going second, because you really just want to see this one. And then 1 cat. You don't really need more of this. For a while, I only played 2 rabbit, at all, just because you don't want to see multiples of any of these, because they're all just normal summons, and I don't play a lure or anything like that. So, yeah. I played 3 underground and the terraforming and the gold sark. I think you just have to max on all of these.
Yeah.
You just need to increase your odds of drawing a starter, and they're all extenders too. So, if you count all of the names, it's 12 starters, I believe, which even cat's a starter if you draw a Bestial or a Fiendsmith card. So,
and with Fiendsmith cards, 12's enough. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then the bricks. This is the worst one to draw.
That's what they said.
But yeah, you have to play them. So some people were cutting this card this weekend. I don't think they did very well. So don't cut it.
You ain't seeing them on the deck profile.
3 Engraver. This is the best card in the game. Pay no mind to the English ones. I could only find 1. And then Lacrima, Lurie, 1 Tract, and 1 Paradise. I kind of wish I played 2 of this, but I think it's fine.
I've seen a lot of people playing too.
Yeah, Clifton has been adamant telling me that 1 is correct, so I trust him. This card is broken, but also is the reason I lost in top 16, so that sucks. This card is god-awful to draw.
Yeah.
You physically cannot get it out of your hand if you are playing this deck, unless you play Nightmare Phoenix or Griffin or something like that, and I didn't play either of those.
So it's just there.
Yeah, it just kind of sits there. You'll usually bluff set it and hope they pop it with Detonator, and sometimes they do that, which is nice, but my top 16 opponent did not. So it's most of the engine, unless you count these, which I only played 4 Bestials. I just wanted to play the ones that were actually good going second. Both these cards out Detonator. Mag gets to Druis.
I've seen everybody playing 2 Druis. So did you enjoy
Psychotic.
3?
Yeah, insane.
This
is if you draw a Bestial monster going first with a Malice monster, you physically cannot lose the game.
Yeah.
It plays through actually 3 hand traps.
Well, and Druis Worm playing into a board or going first is just insane. Playing into a board with a Druis Worm to link off is nuts.
Yeah. Baldrake is a fine card, but going first, you have enough cards that let you push.
Yeah.
And going second, it just doesn't do enough, so I just chose to play these. And then hand traps. You have to play a lot of hand traps this format.
Yeah.
I tried breakers, but they did not work. So it's 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, 3 Veiler, 3 Nibiru, and 3 Fualos. I don't have much to say about these.
They're pretty standard.
They were pretty good.
Played this because you didn't play Shifter.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can't play Shifter because obviously Fiendsmith cards. Same with Impulse. That is the concession you have to make to play Engraver in your deck, which I was fine with. This card was something I was really iffy about because, again, you can't discard cards in this deck. Like, you know, you can Raziel where you just like discard it off node or ice. But it ended up being fine. Your deck's powerful enough going first that you can like kind of live with it. And then the last card was 1 talents. This is just to free up space on the side deck.
The spiritual 1 talents. I mean, I feel
This
like
card
that
went
works. Yeah, I feel like that works.
I mean, this was broken for me all weekend. Like, I played Thrust in the side deck, so like I saw it more than just like the 1-of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. Oh god. It's 42 cards in the main.
Clean.
I
like
wanted to
40.
be a little bit over 40 so that I did not draw Paradise, which I still ended up doing.
Yeah.
Extra deck. Alright, shout out Studs, best group chat,
Yes, sir.
along with Goo Gaming. Shout out Twice and Geo, and shout out Soyeon and G-Idol. For the extra deck, I played the Fiendsmith cards, 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Moon, 1 Desiree, 1 Necroquip, and 1 Caesar. I chose not to play Agnum Day because most of the time you don't even go for like Sequence Desiree. You only do this if you only have like a Fiendsmith card and like 1 Malice push. So like you need the Sequence to be able to like make a Malice Link 3 to like help you push through hand traps. But if you have like enough push, like you have like a normal summon plus like field spell, you'll just make Caesar to protect yourself from Nib. So I thought this was like all that I needed.
I know a lot of people like go Agnum Day to bring back a level 4, like to bring back Blackmore or whatever to
there
make
is
a
some,
rank 4, but that doesn't really apply in this deck, right?
Yeah,
So
like because you need the 2 bodies or the link 2 body in this deck as opposed to just like the level 4 body.
exactly.
So the Malice cards, I played the Decoder, Lizardos. These are pretty standard. Then IP, SP, and Dark Charmer. Just like the generically good Link 2s. Dark Charmer is crazy, actually.
That's what the others said too.
Yeah, you just like make this into a detonator if you have Druid Swarm, and then like your Druid Swarm sends their detonator, so they want to pop this. And if you don't have a normal summon, you just get to search one for free.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. IP was also broken. That's what you do with the Fiendsmith cards most of the time. Because a lot of people that I played complained about, like, oh, you can't do anything with the Fiendsmith cards when you start with Malice stuff. And I don't know what they're talking about, because like playing the Fiendsmith cards gives you like 2 interruptions. Like you go into Moon when you have White Binder and Decoder, or like the name that you banished to summon back. So you go into Moon, and then you go to Lacrima. So you have Lacrima set up for the trap, and then you just make IP with your 2 bodies. And yeah, it's like clean. Then obviously the 3 Malice Links, they're broken. I didn't summon this one a lot because I guess I forgot to mention it, but I don't play Dotscaper. So
Well, the others said they hated that card, so I think you're ahead of the curve.
yeah, I heard that my Pack and Nesh were all cutting it, and I was like, hell, I'll try it. And I did not miss it the entire tournament.
Fair.
Your lines are just much safer when you start with like White Binder as your first Link 3, and you set GWC, or you just set GWC off of Rabbit anyway, and then this sets TB11 to extend. And yeah, like your deck's just like so much safer playing that way. Like you never lose to Nib.
Dotscaper helps pure playthrough Nib, right? So like
It doesn't though, because normally when you get nibbed is when you have Red Ransom and like it's usually Chesty Cat that you summon off TB11 and the Dotscaper.
Yeah.
And then the only thing you can do from there is make a Link Spider into Splash Mage, bring back a guy, and to White Binder set a trap.
That's fair.
So you can't do anything past like summoning White Binder,
Yeah.
which you normally want to like set GWC and like have White Binder in your grave. So I didn't think that was like real enough.
Yeah, it's not real. What I was gonna say, like this deck makes season.
Yeah, that is also a thing too. And then the last card was Access Code. This card I changed like 3 times, like the night before the event. For a second it was Lina, and then I think it was Agnum Day for a second, and then I ended up going with this still. And this card's broken. Like it just lets you go for game and like
The other homie, honestly,
like the most like obscene scenarios. Like just because you can't respond to it, like they'll have a detonator with like a material or two, and like for some reason they let you get to red ransom because you have like a trap set or something, and you just like chuck another body into this, or like a ball drake. I did that a couple times where they like didn't ball drake my red ransom or my white binder because you know it'll just come back, and I just like summoned access code, and they're like, oh, can't ball drake that. I just killed them. Yeah. So it was nice. Access code's broken. So side deck, I played 3 Perulia. This and I played 3 Droll. I wanted to cover the Mitsurugi deck like a little bit more in my side deck because I think that was the scariest deck this weekend.
That deck is terrifying.
Yeah. If they go ritual summon from hand, you probably lost the game.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put as many cards I could to prevent that, and I decided these were the best ones. I put Drolling going first too, just to beat Charmies. That came up a couple times. Yeah, I don't think I have any more to say about these. I was pretty happy with them. And then the mandatory 3 Lancia.
Got to.
You already know. And then the like going first cards. I put Thrusting going second pretty much every single game because like my idea was to like they would Lancia me, and then game 2 they would Lancia me and I would thrust for tracked, and I would just play Fiendsmith for a turn.
Yeah.
And then they have to waste like a couple cards to deal with my Fiendsmith stuff, and I still have follow-up with the Fiendsmith cards. So like I would grind out for a turn, and then the next turn I would just play with my Malice cards and they would lose. And that is what ended up happening a lot of the time.
I mean, that makes sense.
So that, and then the thrust targets were Gnomes and Sanctum.
Gnomes is insane.
I don't know if people know about this card right now.
Card is nuts, man.
Only a couple people I knew were playing it. But this card is like virtually the same as Barrier versus Ryziel and Tenpai.
Yeah.
And I think another Mitsurugi too. But it's for 2 turns instead of just 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, this card's broken.
Yeah.
I flipped it against a Tenpai player, and he literally just like read it, and he was like, I physically don't know how I can synchro summon this turn. And
You can't, buddy.
he couldn't. Yeah. He like pulled out all 4 of his Tenpai monsters, just like counting up the levels. Like I don't think I can do anything.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's that happened to me as well, and it is awful.
Yeah, and the Mitsurugi ritual spell says you have to ritual equal to the level, so their ritual monster will be a level 7 in hand, and I don't think any of them play a level 3 reptile, so
Yeah,
that's how you do that. And the last card was called by. Yeah, it's called by.
Best card. Well, your deck's clean. I mean, it's literally.
Yeah.
The list is very clean. Like
The only shitty card in the deck is Paradise.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
like-
just a necessary evil. It's your 1 Garnet of the deck, right? Well, any shoutouts?
Yeah. Shoutouts Goo Gaming, of course, the best team. Shoutouts Studs Group Chat. Shoutouts. Who else? Through the Decades in Louisville, Kentucky. Please come and see the shop. It's literally the biggest card shop in America. It's insane. As far as individual people, shoutouts Clifton Land, Logan Kite, Tavion, Crowley. I'm not gonna say everyone's last name. Luke, Thomas for emotional support.
He said, "Oh yeah." Well, man, I hope that Clifton or Tavion wins.
Yeah, Clifton needs to win this YCS. Like,
I agree.
We're gonna make him walk home if he doesn't.
That's a long walk.
Oh no.
Well, we will see you at the next YCS.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be at Vegas.
Run it back?
Yeah, hopefully.
Or not run it back. What'd you get, 17th Las Vegas?
I did.
Yeah, not run it back. We're gonna pump it up.
Yeah, we're gonna win this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So number 1's my wife.
Subscribe, like, comment to the Goo Gaming channel. We got lots more coming.
Yes, sir. Oh, there's a lot from today. Trust me.
Yeah. I feel like I had something else to say.
Everybody at
Oh, I do want to talk about my matchups.
Yeah.
So I played in Swiss. I played 12 rounds of Swiss. I played
yeah, man.
9,
Mr. Rising.
no, 8 Fiendsmith Maliss.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was like all like what you expect. 2 Mitsurugi, 1 Tenpai, and 1 Memento.
Like no malice.
No Malice. And then I go into Top Cut and I play 2 Malice back to back.
That's insane.
And in Top Cut, my 3 opponents that I played against rolled 12, 12, 11. So I lost every dice roll. I only won 3 dice rolls the entire weekend.
That's insane.
So that was awful, first of all. And then,
This is a nightmare.
it was crazy.
No malice in Swiss is insane, and malice being 50% of Top Cut representation at that.
I think it was less than that.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was. Yeah.
I think it was like 20 or 19 Malice total.
So around 30%.
Yeah,
It's like
something like that.
insane though. Like an insane number to not play any.
And I like the mirror. Like I think my deck like is really good into the mirror, and I know how to like play against the deck really well. Like a lot of people think Bestials are bad against the Malice deck, but they're really not. Like if you draw like a Druisworm or Magnuma, like you can like win the game with just Engine and like a Bestial.
I mean, you can
Malice.
keep bodies off their field too, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can keep
Well,
their
maybe
Bestials
not
off the field
after
or-
Supreme Darkness, because Abawaku is like kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Most of the peer decks are playing
Yeah.
that, but at least before, like you could win with just a Bestial. Yeah, I think that's about it.
And it's the only card where
Like, comment, subscribe again.
We'll see you when in Vegas, man.
You probably didn't do it, so
Do it this time.
Do it this time.
Hey, do it. All right, brother. We'll see you next time. Thank you for the in-depth list, and your list is clean. Your list is awesome.
Thank you.
I love the prize support too.
Yeah. We got this fabulous.
The sleeves, I think, are sick.
And these
The
two.
frame is honestly really cool. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and
we'll
the
get
mat too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.